Hey, AI enthusiasts. Welcome back for another deep dive into all the AI news that's got us talking. We've got a pretty interesting stack of headlines this time around. Looks like GitHub is up to something big. OpenAI is keeping some hardware secrets. Google's AI is writing code like it's nobody's business. And X has got some interesting payment stuff going on. So let's unpack all of this and see what it means for you and for the future of AI.
AI is really moving fast right now. It feels like every week there's some big new development.
Absolutely. And this GitHub Copilot news is a great example of that. Multi-model AI is finally here. It's not just OpenAI's models anymore. Now developers can choose from a whole range of models. We're talking about Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Gemini 1.5 Pro, and even more options for OpenAI like O1 Preview and O1 Mini. It's like GitHub has created this incredible buffet of AI tools for developers.
It really is like a candy store. Each model has its own strengths and weaknesses. Claude 3.5 Sonnet is supposed to be fantastic for the entire software development lifecycle, from design to testing to bug fixing. Imagine you're designing a new feature, and this AI is helping you write unit tests in real time. It's suggesting edge cases you might have missed. That's the kind of power we're talking about.
And then there's Gemini 1.5 Pro. It sounds like a total beast, a massive context window, and the ability to work with not just code, but images, audio, video, and text,
Oh,
all at once. I mean, is there anything this model can't do?
it's really pushing the boundaries of what we thought AI could do. And then you add in OpenAI's O1 Preview and O1 Mini models with their advanced reasoning capabilities. It really seems like GitHub is serious about making Copilot the ultimate coding companion.
It's like having a whole team of AI specialists right there in your IDE. You've got one model that's a testing guru, another that's a documentation whiz, and another that can help you design the perfect user interface. And the fact that GitHub is giving developers the choice, it just fits so well with their open platform philosophy.
Absolutely. And this also gives organizations more control. They can decide which models their teams can use based on their specific needs and security protocols.
And did you catch that OpenAI's O1 models are already available in Copilot chat? They're saying the other models will be rolling out to other Copilot features soon. Exciting times for developers. But wait, there's more. OpenAI has been secretly working on their own AI chip. That's a pretty big deal.
It is a bold move. Right now, OpenAI relies heavily on NVIDIA GPUs for their computing power, but that makes them vulnerable to chip shortages and rising costs. By developing their own chip, they're taking control of their own destiny.
And they're not just dipping their toes in the water here. They've partnered with Broadcom to design a chip specifically for AI inference. And they've got TSMC lined up to start production in 2026, though, of course, that timeline could always change. And on top of all that, they're also adding AMD chips to their infrastructure through Microsoft Azure. It's like they're building their own AI fortress.
It's a very comprehensive strategy, and if they pull it off, it could really shake up the AI chip market. NVIDIA is the dominant player right now, but imagine if OpenAI starts producing their own chips, potentially at a lower cost and with performance optimized for their models.
It's almost like they're following in the footsteps of those other tech giants. Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they've all ventured into custom chip design. And now OpenAI is joining the club.
And if OpenAI can bring down their costs and improve performance, that could mean we see even more powerful and accessible AI tools in the future.
I mean, think about what developers could do with that kind of power.
It's pretty amazing.
Speaking of amazing, get this. Google just revealed that over 25% of their new code is being written by AI. Let that sink in for a moment. A quarter of the code powering one of the largest tech companies in the world is coming from artificial intelligence.
It's a staggering statistic. It really shows how quickly AI is becoming integrated into the heart of software development.
And while some people might be worried about robots taking over the world, Google says this isn't about replacing human programmers. They say the AI-generated code is still reviewed and approved by their engineers. It's more about improving efficiency and letting those engineers focus on the more complex challenges.
It's like AI is taking care of the more routine aspects of coding, generating boilerplate code, catching syntax errors, even suggesting optimizations. And that frees up the human programmers to focus on the creative problem-solving and high-level design work, the stuff that AI still struggles with.
So it's almost like AI is becoming this ultimate coding assistant, taking care of the boring stuff
Yeah.
and letting human ingenuity shine through. And Google is claiming some pretty impressive benefits from this approach. They're saying productivity is up, projects are being completed faster, and their engineers are happier because they're able to spend more time on the truly engaging parts of their work.
It's a fascinating model, and I'm sure a lot of companies are watching Google's experiment closely. If it works, we could see a major shift in how software is developed across the entire industry.
But there are some potential downsides to consider as well. Like, what about copyright concerns if the AI is trained on licensed code? Or security vulnerabilities if it learns bad coding practices? And what about entry-level programming jobs? If AI is handling so much of the basic work,
These are all valid questions, and companies like Google need to address them carefully. They need to make sure their AI systems are trained on ethically sourced data, and that their code is thoroughly checked for security, and that they're investing in training and reskilling programs for their workforce.
it's definitely a balancing act. But one thing's for sure, AI is changing the game in software development. And this is just the beginning. We need to be prepared for a future where AI plays an even bigger role in how we build and interact with technology. And speaking of AI's growing influence, this next story takes us into the world of social media.
And, well, let's just say things get a little messy.
Yeah, this is where things can get a little tricky ethically.
Exactly. It seems that some users on X are making a lot of money by posting, let's just call it questionable content. It all comes down to X's new payment system, which rewards accounts based on engagement from premium users. And we all know that engagement often comes from content that's provocative, or clickbaity, or even outright false.
The BBC did an investigation, and they found networks of X accounts that are basically coordinating to boost each other's content. And the content they're sharing, well, it's a mix of truth, unfounded claims, falsehoods, even completely made-up stuff. They're pushing election misinformation, AI-generated images designed to mislead, and conspiracy theories that have been debunked over and over again. And get this, some of these users are saying they're making thousands of dollars a month doing this. The BBC even found evidence of U.S. politicians reaching out to these accounts, hoping to tap into that amplified reach.
That's really troubling. It really highlights how these platform algorithms can be gamed and how the pursuit of engagement can lead to the spread of misinformation. It really underscores the need for better content moderation and a more thoughtful approach to how these platforms are designed.
It's a wake-up call for sure. As AI enthusiasts, we tend to focus on all the exciting advancements and possibilities, but we can't ignore the potential for misuse. We need to be aware of how these technologies can be manipulated, especially in the world of social media, where information spreads so quickly.
Absolutely. We need to be critical thinkers, double-check our sources, question what we see online, and we need to demand more accountability from these platforms. We need to push them to prioritize truth and accuracy over engagement.
Well said. This deep dive has given us a lot to think about, from multimodal AI transforming how we code, to custom hardware shaking up the industry, to AI writing a significant chunk of Google's code base. The pace of innovation is just incredible.
Yeah, and then there's that darker side of AI, like those X-users exploiting algorithms to spread misinformation for profit. It's a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility. As AI keeps evolving, we need to stay informed, engaged, and vigilant. We need to make sure these powerful technologies are being used for good.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So to all you AI enthusiasts out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI. But always remember the importance of ethics, responsibility, and critical thinking. That's what will truly shape the future of AI. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.